Alright guys, so I wanted to talk to you about my 2018 Smuggler, kind of about what I like and what I don't like. I tell you what, I got hooked on this bike by watching the World Wide Smuggler videos on the Intertube and looking at a review that the Crashing Dad did on can Short Travel 29 or shred. And let me tell you, they most definitely can. You just have to ride them a little differently than a long travel 27.5. They do roll better. In my opinion, you get better times on flow trails, and if you can handle the bike, you can ride them just about anywhere. So go ahead and take a look at the review. There's a short clip of me riding it, and you know what? Like it, share it. If you don't, doesn't matter. It's all for me anyhow. And hey, we will catch you guys on the flip side. Bye. Alright guys, there she is. It's my Transition Smuggler. She's 2018. It is a large, it's the aluminum model, and it's a custom built by World Wide Smuggler. You may have seen it on some of their YouTube stuff with BKXC and whatnot. Well, anyway, I've had this bike now for 7-8 months or so and put it through its paces, and I wanted to give you an update review on it about things that I like and things that I like a lot. Anyway, let's start with this. SPG geometry, spot on. The fork is obviously offset to the end, brings that head angle back in while it allows you to have that slack, low and long kind of ride. Fox 34 I think is perfect for this bike. This is a 140, and I'm actually considering bumping it to 150, which would slacken it up a little bit, and I don't think it would be too detrimental. I9 Enduro 305 wheels have been bulletproof. I9, they're World Wide Smuggler built them. Whoever did them, they're perfect. They don't ding, they don't move, they don't do anything, and they run super fast and super smooth. The Guide RSC polished brakes, I wasn't a big SRAM fan. I always used to run Shimano, and after running these, I'm sold on these SRAM brakes. I did change the grips out from ODIs to ESI chunkies because I get numb hands when I ride. Race face next, carbon bar at 760 wide with a race face turbine stem. Beautiful blue color. A little bit of a custom decal there if you can read it. That's me and my buddies right there. We do some dumb fuck shit. Physics saddle, haven't had any problems with it. I thought, being a bigger guy when I got this bike, I probably weighed, close to 195. Right now I'm down to like 167, 170 on a good day. And I thought, being a heavier guy when I got it, I would be having troubles with these braided carbon rails, but nothing. Fox 125 transfer post, what can I say? It works spot on perfect. If you're gonna run one of those, you run one of those wolf tooth levers. Again, it just makes it even more refined and responsive. It does what it needs to do. It goes up, it goes down, and it works every time. Tires, let's talk about them. I've been having some huge issues with Maxxis tires lately, namely on the rear. Again, I'm not a very big guy right now, 167, 170 pounds, and I'm running 30 PSI in these things. Well, for like the last 3 sets of tires, the first thing I do is I go on about 200 miles a ride and I pinch flat the sidewalls. And I know I've had people tell me, put Huck Norris in, put Cush Corn in, but I don't think I need it. I'm not that big, and I think my PSI is okay. So either I have to learn how to pick better lines, or I need to pick better lines, or run more pressure, I guess. Nice thing about this bike too is the SRAM XO drivetrain. World Wide Smuggler put this on for me when I got the bike from them, and I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't touched this thing cable tension wise, adjustments, nothing. All I do is clean and lubricate the chain about every 3rd ride, and it works perfect. Crank Brother Malady pedals, like those a lot, didn't know if I would like them. Race face next cranks, carbon. Thought I'd be running into some problems with those as well, but they are stiff as crap, and I have had no problems with them. That's a wolf tooth 32 tooth oval, and I didn't know if I'd like that either, but I really did. Again, this bike is custom throughout. Beautiful bike, it's size large. Again, that Enduro 305 rear wheel. I don't know what they did to it, but this thing isn't as buzzy as some other i9 wheels that I rode or friends that I know that have them. Horse link type suspension. And let me tell you something. This is a 120 millimeter rear travel bike, and it feels like a lot more. But there are times when the bike gets a little in over its head. That 140 fork on 29-inch wheels, coupled with the 120 rear, I almost feel that if transition could bump that rear to 140 as well, this bike would be like a transition patrol and scout killer. Bike works phenomenally well. Very balanced feeling. It doesn't corner bad at all. I mean, it handles switchbacks fine, and I'm going to attribute that to that forward-thinking SPG geometry. Bike just rocks, and I have done nothing to it. Literally washed it, put lube where it needed to be lubed, and rode it. It's about time for probably a complete go-through on it. And when I do that, I think I'm going to go back up to Thousand Oaks and Newbury Park and let the guys at World Wide Smuggler take care of it. Who knows, maybe they might be even happy to see one of their old bikes that's out there getting rode daily and put through its paces. As you can see, my Lola lives inside. It's a great place for her, and you know, that's a perfect thing. So again, if you guys are looking at buying a transition bike, I highly recommend the Smuggler. Pick a bike that you ride on 99% of your trails. It's going to be perfect for, and it may suffer on 2% of it, but I tell you what, this bike can rock Sedona, it can rock the local East Valley trails, and it can obviously rock South Mountain, but you have to have a little bit of a skill set on it. It is not a plow bike, it's more of a finesse bike. It's very poppy, very easy to manual, very easy to wheelie. It likes to get airborne, and it is fun, fast, and just fun. So there is the updated review on my my Smuggler. I love it. It rides perfectly good. Just gets a little overwhelmed sometimes. Other than that, it's been a bomb-proof bike. I do like aluminum over carbon, and I'll show you why. Yeah, that kind of stuff happens when you ride in rocks. And when it's aluminum, you just go, oops, I scuffed that pretty Bass Boat Blue paint job. But on carbon, you might start thinking about what layers did I hit. Beautiful bike. Thank you, World Wide Smuggler. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Zach. Thank you, everybody up there, for hooking me up with this bike. It's the best bike I've ever owned. So that being said, I'm out, and have a great day.